Hey, how's it going, everybody? Happy Saturday. Last night, you guys know I was telling you I got Paramount Plus, and I think I got it for 3 months for a certain deal. I only got it because I wanted to watch. I want to make a couple points here, so I want to make sure I put this out here. I want to talk about a movie I watched last night because I got this thing on my playlist called "I Finally Got Around to Watching." That way, when people are on my YouTube channel, they can see my playlist. Because some people could say, well, I've seen that movie a long time ago. Well, I haven't. So, anyway, I want to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog. Sonic 3, man, that's got to be by far, I think that's got to be the best one. I actually sit down and watched it yesterday. I thought I was going to go in and work today because I like my overtime. Uh, but I didn't want to go in there. I just wanted to chill. So, man, I decided to watch that. So yesterday was Friday, so it was Thursday night. I decided to watch it, and I had to go to bed because I'm all about getting my sleep. So I started watching. I was like, man, this is. I was sitting there going like this, like, whoa. And I was like, hmm. I was like, okay. I said to myself, I said, okay, okay. So I went to work, man. I had a pretty good day. Got me a little bit of overtime, man, because I was happy about that, right? So I was like, oh, I got some overtime, got some extra money next week, because I'm on a budget. So I got home, man, and I did all my little stuff around the house, man. Fed my cat, cleaned the kitty litter. So I said, I'm gonna make my little dinner, man. I said, I'm gonna watch the rest of Sonic 3. Man, I have to tell you, man, I'm not gonna say for sure, but I think 3 is the best one out of all of them. Uh, Not sure, but man, oh man, I stayed in it. I stayed in it. I didn't see anything wrong with this movie. Keanu Reeves' voice for that new Hedgehog or whatever you call it, the new one voice. He did a good job with that. All everybody in it was good. I remember when it first came out, there was people actually saying that there wasn't that many people as far as actual actors in the movie, and I I thought it was okay. I mean, it just basically focused on the three characters and the new character, which was Keanu Reeves' character. I thought it was good. Jim Carrey was Jim Carrey. I think Jim Carrey can do that. Man, look, I think Jim Carrey can do that thing for like another 5 years. But Jim Carrey's little sidekick, that one dude, he looks like he's Italian. I don't think he's Italian. I don't know what that guy looks like. He's a real good looking guy. He's always there for uh, you know, uh, whatever the character's name is, Jim Carrey character. I think they should. He seems like he's always been in all the movies, but sometimes I think they could branch off and. But I don't know if he could carry it. But he could be like the new bad guy. But I like the ending though, man. I ain't gonna lie. I like the ending. I like the ending. I thought the ending was just like they got me. I ain't gonna lie. They got me hooked. I ain't gonna lie. I was like, dang. And it felt good, man, because I got off work, man. I was like, man, I ain't got to work out. I did my 100 push-ups, man. I did my 100 stomach crunches, man. I did my little cardio, and then I put my dinner in, man. I sit there, eat my dinner, and I was watching. I was like, yeah. And I turned on my surround sound, man, and I was like, man. And then there was a part where Jim Carrey and his grandpa, Jim Carrey's playing sing, and they doing that little dance together and stuff like that. That movie was just freaking phenomenal, man. I was impressed. I was seriously impressed because I always think that there's times where I'm like, oh, come on, you guys, you're making way too many of them. But see, I can't say that because I've had a lot of people say that take a quiet place. A quiet place. I liked all three of them, and I like how they take each a quiet. Now, a quiet place is different from Sonic. But I'm just trying to make a point here. I was talking to Ryan at work. Ryan's 41 or 42, and he was like, because I'm 66, Ryan's 42, and Ryan's like, we were talking about different stories that could be told. I said, I like for him to go to maybe, the UK or Japan. How did Japan handle those creatures as a quiet place? I said, what was the military what was their encounter with these when they first seen them? How did they get here? Where'd they come from? There's all so many stories you can tell. But man, when I was watching Sonic, I was like, dang, man, I was sitting there, all the credits rolled and all that kind of stuff, and then it showed this new character. I'm not familiar with I like that new character that showed up. And, you know, she took out all those little robots. But when I was looking at those little robots, they looked like they had Sonic dead on. And I said, "Is that young guy that was under you know, Jim Carrey? Because he was the one that was helping making those things. So I'm just saying, man, I think they could do a lot with this, man. They just need to keep the quality up. Keep the quality up. That's all I'm saying because I was like, dang. I ain't gonna lie, I was like, dang. Dang. That's all I kept saying, like, wow. Because I was thinking about going to the theater and going to see that movie, and I didn't go see it. And I was like, I should have went and seen Sonic 3, and I didn't want to go. And then I wanted to go, but then I didn't go. And then Paramount had this little deal, man. Well, no, I got Paramount for 2 things, and I just paid the regular price. But then I decided to cancel like 2 days later. So when I decided to cancel 2 days later, they said you got 3 months for this price, so I kept it for 3 months. So in April, I think April I'll get rid of it because I just don't like paying for all these streaming services. So in closing, if you're paying attention, hope you are, all due respect. I was watching that last night and a light bulb popped off in my head. So, I like to go to the movie theater and I like to go see a movie. Like right now it's like 8:33 and it's Saturday morning. And so if I was to go to a theater, I would go to like an early one, like 10 something, just to avoid crowd. Because I don't care for crowds. I like people, but then I don't. But I like people, but then I don't. I like going early. I like going to the store when it first opens up. Like if I go to the store, I go in there at 6 o'clock. A lot of people ain't gonna get up at 6 o'clock just to go to the grocery store. And I do that. So I was looking at Sonic and after that was over, I really enjoyed myself watching that. And I felt good Friday night watch, you know what I'm saying? So I said to myself, light bulb popped up in my head. I said, well, Vic, you do go over to the matinee and you see it. I got this app from Cinemark. If you use it a lot, you get these discounts, man. There was times I went to go see a movie and it was only $1.86. It's because of the fact I use it so much. It's hard to explain how that app works. But anyway, I realized that I can get rid of all my streaming services and watch them at the same time. Because a lot of y'all in the comments, which I don't get that many comments, but what I'm saying is that when I do get comments, a lot of times I'll be like, I'll read the comments like, man, good point there. I didn't think of it that way. I'll say something like that. And then when I go to work, I talk to Ryan and other people like that. And Ryan's like, I told Ryan, I said, hey, man, I paused my Netflix, man. He goes, you paused your Netflix? He goes, yeah, you said you did it too. I said, yeah, man. I said, yeah, man. I said, man, I said, Stranger Things, the last season of Stranger Things is not coming out until July, man. I said, and then the second season of Wednesday is not going to come out till probably 3 months after that. And he goes, they ain't going to make no more, right? And I said, no, I know they ain't going to make no more. I said, a lot of those young actors are doing their own thing. It's hard to keep them together. He said, yeah, he said, Wednesday, man, that's the last one. I said, yeah. He goes, because he already paused his. So I said, between talking to Ryan and comments of people telling me, he says, you can subscribe to a streaming service. He goes, and you can cancel it right after. He goes, that means that you have it for 30 days, but you already got it canceled. And I was like, wow. So streaming services versus going to the movie ticket. I mean, there's times where I go to, like, I have another son I go see movies with, and he'll get the tickets. And when I get there, I don't see him that much. I just go ahead and give him money. I say, here's money for my ticket and your ticket. I said, and I'll treat you to dinner because I haven't seen him that much. So, yeah, that might be, I don't know, because we always go to a fancy theater. So the theaters in the city are a lot more fancy. They'll take me to one. So, I love this theater. They'll take their dad somewhere. So I'm like, you know what? I told Ryan, I said, what I'll do is I said to myself, I said, I'm going to take and do streaming like going to the theater. Like when Stranger Things drop, boom, I'll unpause my my Netflix. And then I'll just unpause it and just drop my little $16, $17 just for that month. And then once I activate it, when it's back on, I'll I could either pause it after Stranger Things is off. So what I'll do is I'll wait till I make sure they take their little $16.95, and then I'll pause it again. But that means that I paid for that month. Same way after Stranger Things goes off, because I'm busy, so I'm not gonna sit there and just watch it one after one after one, because it's nice outside, folks, and that means it's gonna be bike riding, walking. I stay fit, and I work out. My life is busy. I'm all about making money. My job, man, if they work Saturday, I'm on it. I'm talking about production wise. I like making money, so uh, I won't be able to sit and just watch something. So I'm like, man. So I told Ryan, I was like, so I saw once Stranger Things goes off, I said I'm gonna pause it again or cancel it. And I said, then when Wednesday come back on, I'll watch it, and then I'll pause it too. So the point I'm making is that when I watched Sonic the Hedgehog, I was like, damn, I really like this. I was like, Another light bulb popped up my head. I said, there's something on, because I'm going to get rid of Peacock. I'm not Peacock. I'm going to get rid of Paramount Plus. I said, well, next time you see something on Paramount Plus, it's the same thing as going out and to a restaurant and dropping $20 on a meal. I said, I'll just go ahead and pay for another month and just cancel it. I'll just pay for that month, cancel it. So you're not out on nothing. It's the same thing as if you order a pizza, okay? You order a pizza, they got to make a tip, all right? So if your pizza is like, I don't know, $16, whatever you want, and then it's, you tip them like $6, and so you're talking $20 right there, right? So, or if you order Chinese, Chinese takeout, I used to do that all the time. I don't order out anymore, and then it's like a 25 spot, a $25 spot, which I mean $25. And I'm sitting there saying to myself, I'm like, if you can do that once in a while, which I don't do that no more. I always did that on a Friday. I used to get off work on Friday and say, I ain't got to work tomorrow, because if I work Saturday, I'm cool. But if I don't work Saturday, I'm like, man, I think I'm gonna order me some takeout. I don't order takeout. I usually cook my own stuff. So, anyway. So anyway, I'm like, if you can do all that, then it's the same thing as just dropping money. So the streaming services are still making money. It's like they can sit back and go, we lost subscribers. Let's offer all these deals. They can make money off those deals. They can lose like 2,000 subscribers, but they can get like 2,500 subscribers back by having a deal. Which some people are like, I'll jump on that deal. They're gonna let me have that for 3 months or 4 months or 5 months. You see what I'm saying? Or they can sit back and go, well, we got, let's say Netflix. Netflix says, everybody loves Stranger Things. So, everybody's going to be tuned in for Stranger Things. And so we got a lot of people that pause their accounts. So, a lot of these accounts are going to be unpaused. So we're going to get that. See, I'll take it whatever. If I said, just give me whatever, I'll take the money, so that's the point I'm making. So it's just, you could do streaming services the same way you could do freaking movies. I don't go to movies that much. Like, I'm going to go see Until Dawn. I'm going to go see Final Destination. I'm not going to go see Thunderbolts. I'm not going to see Fantastic Four. And I'm not going to go see Superman. I just don't want to go see those movies. I'm burnt out on all that stuff. I like the smaller films. I'm definitely going to see the new Megan movie that's coming out. So those are the movies that I'm jacked up to go see. And those movies people are going to go see as well, but not like Thunderbolts, Superman, and Fantastic Four. I'm done with all that, man. I'm just so done with all that. So anyway, I just thought I'd let you guys know all that stuff. Anyway, I just thought I'd drop that video. Have a blessed day out there. Be safe out there, folks. And, just stay on the grind. And, Sonic, wow. I sit back, man. It was so weird because I would sit back in my chair going, man, this is nice, man. And it's really cool, man, when you have something nice to watch on. Now, a lot of people have their own entertainment system because a lot of people worked on their own entertainment system while they were, I got mine sitting behind me. And, like I said, everybody got their own little entertainment system. Some people got theater rooms they built when the COVID thing happened. So I was just sitting there going, wow, man. Hey, look, you guys, in closing, Sonic 3 was very entertaining. And I used to hear, I heard YouTubers back, oh, the actors weren't in it that much. Well, so what? It was about Sonic and his two sidekicks, man. And I thought when they were in there, they weren't in there that much. So, come on, man. I didn't bother me at all. I was like, man, quit nitpicking, man. But I don't know, man. I was surprised. Man. I was like, dang, man, I was impressed. I was impressed. It felt good, man, because like I said, it was a Friday night watch, man, and I turned on my surround sound, man. I blasted the speakers, man. It was pretty good, man. Anyway, you guys, God bless. Take care. That's my take on Sonic 3. We'll catch you next video. We'll see.